Samotee, turn me up. Turn me up right now. Samotee, turn me up. Turn me up right now. Lammy black boy, listen.
Sorry, I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous. Growing up, I've basically been a music inclined person. Like, you know, I started playing the keyboard since when I was like 13, and basically since then it's been the roller coaster of feelings. When I got to uni, it all began, and I was just cautious, listening to different songs, listening to different sounds. I just noticed a particular pattern, and I felt like, okay, this pattern is repeating itself over the while. So I started observing how songs, you know, they are, how songs sound and everything. So basically, I had my first opportunity at making recorded music when we made beats on the PSR keyboard, myself and my brother Kido. We made songs on PSR 290 then, that was back in days in church, and we performed the song. That was like our first experience towards making music and expressing ourselves artistically. So subsequently, after then, I started having this interest in, you know, making recorded music. And considering the fact that, you know, I'm from a family where they are musically inclined. You know, my dad sings. My daddy, I grew up listening to songs my dad recorded, and you know, it was just a kind of musically inclined family. So when I go to uni, then I met up with some of my friends. I think they are the ones that influenced my musical journey in a very large extent. That's I met H Millie and his squad. You know, I met H Millie, I met Ponche, I met Oye, I met a couple of guys that were making music together, and you know, they were the ones that inspired me. They were the ones that pushed me into the whole music production thing, because you know, they'll just be around them and they'll be rapping. Some of them are rappers, some of them are singers. They'll be rapping, they'll be giving vibes. So I was just using my mouth to like be the beatbox, you know, give them the sound, give them the vibes. You feel me? So there was this day where we were rapping. I think we were rapping at H Minute's crib, and Finn was just rapping with everybody name. He was rapping with our names. So when it goes to my point, you're like, Tolu, and I said, no, it's not Tolu, it's Samotee. So that's when everybody started saying Samotee on the beats. And H Minute was like, yeah, I mean, this Samotee on the beat thing is making sense. How about you take it serious, you know, and just start pushing to be able to produce it. So that's basically how the whole production thing came about.
I could remember when we decided to just start the music thing. He went wild about the music, and it was crazy. The production and everything just gave me the pathway.
So after making beats on that keyboard, I decided to, like, you know, push my career a bit forward. So then I didn't have my laptop. I didn't even have laptops. So I used to borrow my friend's laptop. That's Larry's laptop, the lady's laptop, and I stole his laptop because I told him I wanted to install Fruity Loops on his laptop. He said I should install it. Then I decided to steal his laptop, and I installed. Behind his back, I installed Fruity Loops on it, and I started making beats. That was where I made my first beat. I made it on Larry's laptop. Larry is late now, and I really wish he was alive to see everything that's happening now, but all the same, yeah, God loves him more than we do, so yeah.
So it's not been easy. Actually, it's been a whole lot, coming from school time, the beginning of music, and you know, following a whole lot of stuff, and trying to just achieve as a young boy. I was with him all the way. I was doing all the process, and he's just this lovable, good, cool guy that once he puts his heart to something, he's in it, he's fully in it like that, and it's got me a lot. You know, many of the times a lot of drive and a whole lot of energy comes from just being within, you know, creative energy, mental energy, you know, lots of energy, a whole lot, and that makes him, Samotee, as a person distinct.
like after that, I now decided to take it a bit professional. Then I reached out to Effect the Pioneer, and that was when I met Effect. I actually just saw I got to meet Effect through someone, a number I just saw casually on the streets. I just called the guy, a studio number. I called the guy, and the guy gave me Effect's number. So I met Effect, and Effect was one that taught me the actual art of making music production in its essence. Effects was very, very open to me, and it taught me a lot. I learned a lot from Effects. He was the one that opened my eyes to many things, in music production and also in personal growth as well. So yeah, shout out to Effect the Pioneer. So when we resume back and I go to school, I was just at home, I really didn't have any much of experience, and I was just at home. Then a script came through to the hostel where I was staying, the script, and somehow we just happened to make package. That was my first song, like pre-professional era, yeah. So we just made package, and it was a very, very big song. So a very beautiful song.
I met Samotee in 2012 when I went to Funab for my post-UME. Yeah, so I think that same night I got to Abeokuta, we were in his room, and I noticed he was like on his laptop, and he was with other friends, and I think two of them were like recording, and he was taking like their vocals. So I think he just made a beat, and that was actually the first time I come across FL Studio, the digital audio workstation, which producers used to like make beats. And one was B Woods, and the other guy was Script. Yeah, I remember now. His name was Script. So
I think way back I met Samotee in that town called Egba. Met him in Funab. Samotee used to be a producer, aside from being a student. We recorded one of my first track way back. I met him in a band. It was fun. How we made package. Well, we got inspiration from the hostel. We were all playing in the compound, and Samotee was just busy. I think he was busy creating a beat inside or something, or he was busy playing a game. And after football outside, we came inside the room, and I was like, Script, no, we'll do something now. Oh, way back, yeah, I remember Abiola was playing guitar outside. Then we dragged ourselves inside his room, like, dude, let's record and stuff like that. And he was like, okay, I should give him some time. He's just actually going to try and make up something. And we tried, we waited. Samotee came up I think was it from the night, and around 2 a.m. he just woke me up and he was like, dude, the beats don't be ready, no record. And we recorded from that moment till I think daybreak. Package really means a lot to me, just the same way I think it means a lot to Samotee too.
After the recording, I got to like listen to the song, and the beat was like one of the maddest. I still even tell Samotee that beat was like, to me, that beat was like one of the maddest beats ever made, produced by him. So yeah, the song came out, and it was a hit back then in school. Everywhere you went to, people were like jamming the song.
After I made that song, he gave me a lot of confidence, and I was very I believed in myself that yeah, this music thing is for me. I just had more confidence in myself, and I started making more beats and playing my beats for people. Then sometime my friend, a very close friend, young kid, now candid blessed, brought another friend to meet me. Then he came to my hostel. Then I was in my hostel, I was reading it on my laptop. I think I had the laptop then. So he came to meet me, and he brought Fimo with him. Then Fimo, we made my first song in Abeokuta. It's called Carry Go. So I made that song. I made the beats in my hostel, but we now went to Art 2 Beats. Art 2 Beats to record it. So that's the first song I recorded in Art 2 Beats.
I met Samotee back in university days. I think I was in 100 level then, yeah, 100 level. So I met him through a friend of mine, a mutual friend, candid bless. Carigo was my first song. I think it was also Samotee's the first song Samotee produced. So I was singing. I sing a lot, so because I love music. Yeah. So then Kolade heard me singing one time. I was like, wow, Dad, you have a nice voice. And then he said, let's go to the studio. Then we went to Samotee's place, and I just did a freestyle, and that was how Samotee started making the beat. Then after a while, we went to Iceberg Studio in Solu, Abeokuta. Then that was where we recorded Carigo, my first song. So Samotee made the beats, and I recorded the song, and I featured Kolade Bless on the song as well. Naturally, as a producer, when you're making beats, some artists tend to fall asleep while you're doing it. I think Samotee can relate to that. So when Samotee was making the beats for Carigo, I could not fall asleep because I was trying to understand all what was going on, the beats, everything, and what was happening. So I think that was what sparked my interest in production for the first time. So after a few years of recording a few songs, I took an interest in beat production, and from there I just became a producer myself.
So As to Beat is like that was like the biggest studio in my school then, and it was owned by Iceberg, now BUK actually. So then Ponche took me to Art to Beat studio. That was the first experience. That was the first time I went to Art to Beat studio. Ponche was one that took me to Art to Beat studio, my friend Ponche, and that day I met Luminous and Punchline. So that was the first time I saw Luminous, who would eventually become somebody very important in my music production career.
I met Samotee about 14 years ago. We collaborated on several projects, including EPs. I had 2 EPs, 2 musical EPs. And then we collaborated on branding for different artists, because I have flair for both music and branding.
So that was how Art to Beat came to play. Then I had a lot of songs I recorded in Art to Beat as well. I recorded songs for Obas, I recorded songs for Kido, Drazy. I also met Drazy at Art to Beat. I met a lot of people in Art to Beat, and I can say the trajectory of my music production career all picked up from Art to Beat.
It actually happened that when I began to grow interest in making music, then in FUNAB, I think that was 2012. Yeah. So I had to look out for a producer. So asking around, I heard he's the baddest producer in town or something. So I decided to hook up with him. Actually, the first song we did together was actually a cover. Then we proceeded to do the real thing. The main song that was firstly produced by Samotee was actually Bad Man Thing. So apparently I have a couple friends then, they're into lighting and burning. So I just wanted to do something for the streets, basically. So I linked up with Samo. I have this concept and I have this vibe. So I would want you to create something. Then basically I had to put another artist on, which is H Millie. I think he changed the name now to Millie Banks.
As the years, came by, I think he actually worked for some other people back in school, was always going to the studio. It was always when you talk about a typical studio rat, Samotee was there, and I was always with him,
These are one of the very great moments I used to like when I'm with Samotee, when we fight, when we argue, when we have different opinions, because many of the times we have the same opinion about all of us. He can just give me an idea. I'll be like, I connect with his ideas a lot, and I think it goes both ways. So and I think that's because we've been from growing together, and the synergy is just there naturally. So Samotee has been a very serious person as far as I've known him regarding music. Whenever he's doing his mixes, he puts his all, I remember one particular time when we were working on an EP. We didn't sleep for 2 weeks in the studio, and Samotee was all in blood, sweat, and tears. And you could see that every day he always woke up with vigor, trying to make sure we had the best mix. Like he would be done with a mix and still go back and still listen to the mix and want to make sure that the mix is flawless. I think that's something I picked up from him. He's someone who strives for perfection.
It's myself, Kido, and Adresi. We decided that a label, management label, and we called it Sparkle Music. So Sparkle Music was my first adventure into managing artists, being the music producer, manager, PR person. Yeah, and bro, alongside with these bright minds, we all do music. Then we talked about how we market it to the world in our own little way. So under Sparkle Music, we were able to do By Law. That was like Kido's biggest song then in 2014. We did Lay Lotus View for Drazy 2014. We did Bad Man Thing. So Bad Man Thing was the song Drazy did with H-Mini. I think that was 2013, I can't remember. We did all of those songs, I was producing, and we were trying to just make something for ourselves. Sparkle Music we spanned across 2 institutions. We had a foothold in Funab, which was my school, and Lautech, which was Kido's school as well. Like we were throwing Ogun and Oyo states together. It was really, really nice experience there, man. So
yeah, Sparkle Music. He created the label. So I got signed to the label, I think alongside Kido Flex. Yeah, got signed to the label and we kept on making music. So after a while, my first project under Sparkle Music was Blue Lotus. Yeah, it has like 2 covers of songs, Deaf and Again. Yeah.
So when it's time to para and get angry at ourselves, oh, you don't want to know. You go down that lane, bro. You go down that lane and it's always crazy. But many times, it's just all about the love and there's that understanding at the end of the day. So many times we even need to enjoy and appreciate the para because the vexing for each other and the para is needed because we need to really talk about it, and many times it get better from there.
After the fallout with EMG, I decided to come to Lagos and structure my music career in another direction. And that was when I decided to go to 10 Strings Music Institute. So 10 Strings Music Institute was what helped me in Lagos and helped me to put my feet on the ground and meet my first I met my first set of friends, musical inclined friends in Lagos. I met them in 10 Strings because I met Rudy Boss, I met Victor, I met Sidako, I met Sailor, I met Sleepy, Jagabiana. I met a whole lot of people. The first set of people I knew in Lagos, I met them in 10 Strings.
Yeah, we actually met in music school in 10 Strings, 10 String Music Institute. That's where we met. That's that was in 2015. We all went for a music program at the center, and no more guys thing, and that's how we all hooked up. And from then, since then, we've kept in touch. And yeah, it was great. We met a lot of great people. I think that's the X factor of the school. You get to meet a lot of creative people who are like minds like you, and they kind of help you sharpen your skill and also inspire you to want to do better, because everyone is pursuing the goal to be better than they were when they came around. So it was fun.
And while I was in 10 Strings, I was hustling on the streets. I was in Akwebi as well. I was just trying to make ends meet. Work in the factory, do my hustle, be a nice, and do that. Oh, it was crazy shit, man. But more, man, we had to do it just to survive.
Samotee is my brother from way back. While growing up, we attended the same church. We were very close. So basically, me and I'm my brother. I'm brother from way back, from the same church. Now in those period, I just did on. You just call me, you just hit me up, say how far. I dey run one program like that for 10 string, say, and I go need where I go dey around Ikeja. So e get one pure water factory wey been dey my side for maybe that time, wey be say space dey for people to take the stay, and you fit just do small work and small money. So I just introduce them to like some of my guys wey dey work for the place. So from there, Samotee move. They did the factory back to back till my place for maybe Okonde free, will be safe, because there was a time that really different parents were around. So but you can't get some one period like that till they say our parents no been there again. So it was just me and my brother. So we can't look say why my guy go still the day factory. They come out, so all of us just day house, they enjoy ourselves.
He's kind of like my big bro. Like we met from church. We've actually been together, and there was this time we stayed together actually in Okodi. Like he had to, I don't know what he was doing at that time, but then he needed to stay in our place. So we were always together. We do hang out and we just have fun and just flex. A genuine person, they come through for someone when you need them actually. When they reached out to me sometime later, and I was like, oh, I should come through to Malok's Music. Malok's Music was a studio that I already knew in Abeokuta, but they moved to Lagos. So while it was sort of affiliated with the man that was the studio, and he asked me to come through. So when I came through, I just I became one of the producers in that studio, and that was where I gained a lot of experience, because Malok Studio was like the biggest studio in Egbeda at that time. Very big studio, a lot of equipment and all of that. So I worked in Malok Studio for a couple of years. That was when I was able to produce songs for Play Kid, Abefe, Joe Godo used to come to Malok's Music, Prod used to come to Malok's Music, Lammy, a lot of my previous guys, they came to Malok's Music, got music, because it's a really nice studio. So after a while, after working in Malok's for a couple of years, I got an opportunity to come to the island to Lekki Phase 1 at Afro Media Hubs International. So that was when I moved to the island and started the old music P on another level, and that was when I met with Mokies. That was when Candid also got into music production, because he was with us at my A1 of Afro Media Hubs International, and made a lot of music. So that was when I had the opportunity to teach people production.
I had been someone who had interest in like music production, because I'm a drummer. I play the drums. So that was like the point whereby I decided to like embark on my own production journey too. So
it also was the period when I transitioned into digital marketing, because I had to double also at some point, and digital marketing was what did it for me. So digital marketing was the transition which happened when I was in Lekki Phase 1, and ever since then I've been being in that space.
I met Samotee, I think, in 2021, working at Varsity, where he was the digital marketer, and while he's a very chill guy, he would not take any quote unquote nonsense. What I was still endure. Simon said, let us call them out on their bullshit. Bro, I don't take shit. And I'm like, guy, calm down. This is a professional space. There, you play your politics song with somebody. I say, I'm not a politician.
He's a colleague, and I've known him for about 2 years. Really stand-up guy, as people have said about him before. Straightforward. If somebody is going to do something for you, he will tell you. If you cannot do it, he will tell you. He's somebody who is also willing to bend himself over at times when it's not comfortable for him to do certain things for people and get things done. He's very, very hardworking.
And then he's someone else said, he's a no-nonsense guy, He doesn't like when anyone is cheated. He likes everything being fair. He stands up for his rights wherever that may be. Really, really stand-up guy. He's a cool guy. All in all.
Wow, Zainab Grill, where everybody they look say, calm down, maybe we handle it. Some people say no. You know, for him to do this or this or this, he get as it is. I could just look say, Alfredo, calm down. They calm down, you know. And many times, you know, it helps. It helps. There are many times that those ginger are needed and all that, you know. So when everybody's done, my guy is there to like ginger and do, you know, represent for the whole family. He doesn't mind. Especially when it comes to family, he doesn't joke with family. That I know.
I wouldn't say strict. No, nobody say he's strict. You know, strict. But the thing is, he has an idea of how he wants the music to come out. So basically, it gives you a picture of the idea, and it's just like actresses and actors being given scripts. You act along the script, the storyline. That's how it is, and it doesn't fake it. If you're not doing the particular thing it wants you to do, it tells you have to do it, or you do it over again. So it's just someone that knows what you want and gets what you want.
Yeah, I'll call him a stand-up guy. You know, one of the funny things about the creative industry is that you tend to meet a lot of fake people. Everybody they form say, but when it's really time for you to be that person for each other, people become snakes. So I'll call him a stand-up guy. That's one thing I liked about him when I first met, and that's the reason why we are still in touch 9 years after.
I've been able to like work for different brands, from hospitality, skincare, real estate, e-commerce, you know, study abroad, different industries, you know. So I've also done different things like business development. Yes, I've been here and there trying to just make ends meet and, you know, express myself in different ways and directions. So basically, that's been the journey. So being a conservative and quite not open to a lot of things, being with Sam has kind of opened me up to another shade of my kind of people. I'm a PK, he's a PK to pastor's kid to, and I saw a different shade. I found it difficult to believe till in Odumodu's words, show workings, and I'm like, wow, truly you're a PK. So yeah, a different cut from a different kind of cloth.
He's not a drama person. He doesn't like drama or all those things. He's a very straightforward kind of guy, and also creative. He's one of the most creative people that I've personally met and have worked with. Definitely one of the most creative people. And yes, and I have to say he's also a very rational person. So he's not the kind of person that you can use anyhow stuff to scatter his head or make him do something. If it doesn't make sense, he'll tell you it doesn't make sense. That's the kind of person he is.
So basically, when I was in Lekki, I started moving around, doing a lot of things with my friend Juwon. Juwon is my G that we did all of the Lagos runs together.
It's been a while. I think that was in 2011. Yep, I just gained admission into the university. And I met Samotee in school. Technically, he was my senior then. I met him in the hostel. Not the school hostel, like there was a hostel outside of school where I lived in my first year. Samotee also lived there too, so we met. Funny thing is, we weren't really close at first. I knew he lived in my hostel, just, hey, what's up? But then as time went by, we played soccer together, we talked about different things, music, sports, football and all that, and gradually the relationship started building. Then it's just natural when you're like-minded with someone, it's just natural that, yeah, one way or the other, you guys would find a common ground to connect, to talk about stuff, and yeah, that was how it started, and it's been going good ever since. That's all I can say.
That like from volunteering for events to attending actual events, we were just going Lagos trying to put our legs into the industry, trying to like get to meet people, know people, and do everything like that.
If not for that experience, I'm pretty sure neither of us would be where we are today, right? So it all started, I think, after school, after service. No, we were not going to go back home after school now. So we decided to explore. Luckily for him, I think he got a job somewhere in Lekki as a producer. The job also came with an accommodation then here. So I usually visited Lekki to see him, talk about stuff. We put heads together to know how we were going to take this whole entertainment thing forward and all that. And I think after a few months, I got somewhere to stay in Lekki as well. So we were a bit closer. We saw regularly. We attended lots of events. We registered online for lots of free events, right? Just to know what the entertainment space, the entertainment industry basically was like, right? We went to different events. We met new people. We went to new places, and so basically that was how the whole also started.
So subsequently, I think around lockdown, we just decided to start this podcasting, and we did J's Place. So J's Place was an idea that was supposed to have done since when we were in school, but we didn't do it. So what's better time to do it than when we had the opportunity? So just briefly before lockdown, we started our podcast, and our podcast was really, really massive. Like, I mean, before this, all of now we do podcast now. We don't try our podcast before. So I mean, J's Place was very helpful in making us express ourselves to a very wider audience and talk about various things and venture into another side of the entertainment scene.
J's Place started, I think it started officially during the COVID year. That was 2020, where nobody was allowed to go anywhere. I couldn't see my guy for a long while, so we usually talked on the phone, social media and all that. And the podcast thingy has always been on our list, right? Just to have a session or a place, a space, our own space where we get to talk about lots of different issues, social issues, sports, entertainment issues, just generally things that the everyday Nigerian youth would want to talk about, would want to listen to. And basically that was how it started. We started recording a few episodes, although at first it wasn't all that because of the COVID restrictions. We had to record over the phone, right? And then Samotee, being the producer, had his way of putting all the recordings and voicings together to make it sound like a podcast. So basically that was how it started. After COVID, we now took it up from there. We now made proper studio sessions, proper studio recordings of our podcast, talking about different stuff, because we were like in our own place, in our own space. Talked about different stuff generally, and it was a really good experience.
And there was this day where we were going at J's Place, and when the one wants to start to be like, hello everyone, and I just be like, wow, hello everyone, and then we recorded on the soundtrack we used for that episode, and that's how we came about the track, hello everyone. And that's what is going to be part of the Sunset Shopping in the EP.
It was actually an intro to our podcast. When we were about to start each episode, we were always like, hello everyone, it's your boy Jay and Samotee, and welcome to a brand new episode of J's Place and all that. But we noticed the hello everyone line or phrase was very catchy, right? Samotee, being the producer he is, turned it to a jam. I think we made a song out of it, titled Hello Everyone, and basically that was how we started.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. It's good. Sounded good. And yeah, stuck with it.
And also, I reached out to Drazy and Kido Flex and King's Beat at some time, and we were able to make Kowokwe. We got the summer vibes camp. So summer vibes camp was the idea, but the music we made was Kowokwe. Kowokwe is just expressing ourselves and telling you that we need the money. The money is what we're after, and that's what we want.
Through life's ups and downs, we lost contact at some point. Then at the time, we got back again as things will have it. So I linked up in the studio and Kido Flex was there. He was giving me a lot of beats, playing some beats, and immediately I heard this particular one. It triggered me and I said, no, we have to make this. So we did Kowokwe that night and one other track. Yeah. So Kowokwe is quite recent and I think we should be dropping soon.
And the future of it all, I think it's evident that there's a bit of evolution from music to PR to digital marketing to design, and I'm very sure that it's going to transit into things that are bigger than what I can even imagine at the moment.
Where I see Samotee in the next 5 years, I think at the top of the music game, a music director most likely, or somewhere at the top of a creative agency, somewhat. I do wish him all the best in all his endeavors.
And that's why I started Ground Up. Ground Up Media is my outfit. It's an innovative agency that helps to provide solutions to Nigerians through music, entertainment, tech, and just here to provide solutions, make sure everybody lives a better life. So yeah, Ground Up is definitely going to be my retirement plan, and that's the future of everything I've been doing. That's the future of the journey way back from when I started as a studio rat to where I'm at now, so yeah, that's what's up. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big journey. There's still lots to unfold. We're just getting started, like I always say, so watch out. This is just the beginning, and come with us on the journey to get to the top.
I wish him the best. I wish him more things. I wish him good life. I wish him a good wife.
Shout out to everybody that has been part of this journey from day one to this one. Shout out to Lammy, Luge, Lammy and its cohorts. I mean, without him, all of this would have not been possible. And shout out to Shay, shout out to everybody that's been in support. Shout out to everybody that came through for me. I love you all. Peace.
One of a kind of the two-faced chicks, see your beauty, they mesmerize. Tempted to judge, see my time, they rise. Into my arms, let me hold you tight. Into my ass, let me love you right. Sit down for what's up for better. I go like to know. See my baby cool temper. You're the one I want. Come rain, come sunshine. Wish you a good day. And I'm never gonna pass you about like my Mary Jane. My baby, oh, super. Sweetie bass, sugar. Hello, mama. Love me, oh, tender. See my baby, oh, super. Sweetie bass, sugar. Hello, mama. Love me, oh,